Everybody, it's the Last Game Hunter, and welcome to a new episode. And this time, I'm a little excited because we're going to be talking about something that I love, and that is Sega. And today, we are going to talk about the Sega 32X. Now, the 32X, for a lot of you, just in case you did not know, it was an add-on that plugged into your Genesis Model 1, Model 2. I think some people got it to work on other ones. Like the CDX and stuff. I think I've also seen it working on an XI, which was pretty darn cool because I would love to have an XI. But it was released in 1994, November 21st, and lived till about, and this is in North America, and lived to about 96. December 3rd in Japan, 94, and 95 of January in Europe. Unit overall sold about 665,000 units in 94 alone. Now, why did this thing start to go? Big arguments between Sega North America and Sega Japan. So, with the two companies colliding and butting heads, and the talk of the Sega Saturn coming out, they destroyed Sega. 32X was doing well. It wasn't like the most amazing thing out there, but it was doing well. They destroyed it by announcing or having talks and so on, and being scared of Sony at the time. But I'm not going to get into that because that is great for another episode. So today I'm going to be talking about my game collection. And I have about, I think, 18 of the 36 North American games that have been released. And, hey, let's see what I got. Okay, so the games I'm going to start with, I'm going to actually go in alphabetical order on this from what I have. So, starting it with Afterburner. I got a lot of the cases made. One, I like the hard shell cases that I have custom made. And two, I get a lot of my 32X games loose. Unfortunately, but hey, even when I find them, most of the times the boxes are just beat up because they were, most of them were cardboard, right? So Afterburner, great arcade hit. Cosmic Carnage, again, my trusty custom-made case. The guy I know that does the cases, so did some Genesis stuff for me as well. Especially on some of my more expensive stuff, I just could only get loose. So it's kind of cool, and it looks good in the collection, right? Yeah, so I mean, here is actually an original box. Corpse Killer! For reals, Corpse Killer. Motion video game. Doom. Actually not a bad port of it. It's actually not too bad. Pretty good. But Doom from PC to now has been one of my favorite games to play. So, of course, when the new one came out on the PC, I had to go and play it. And to be honest, I was like maybe 10 minutes away from beating it, and my computer went. I had to redo my computer. So I haven't done it since. Doom. Fahrenheit. And I believe this is one of those dual. You can play it on the Sega CD or the 32X. Kind of a cool idea. Actually a brilliant idea. I wish they would have done this pretty much for all of it. It would have been just simple, easy, smooth, move. Especially when people didn't want to buy the hardware but wanted to run both games.
Get up a little
and
bit.
They were both motion videos, so I mean, we're not going to talk about the mistakes they made at that point. An original box, still in good shape. One side is actually nicely colored. that just happened? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Forgot about that sleeve thing. The other side is discolored. So clearly the store had this out in the window. Clearly. But it is Golf 36 Great Holes. Great Holes. A game that I had to search and find, which, again, couldn't afford to get it boxed, was Knuckles Chaotix. Pretty cool. I mean, it's different. It was kind of cool to see all these different characters. Not a bad game. I like it. Very, very colorful. Metalhead. Played this one for a while. The graphics kind of, I don't know. They didn't stand up very well, so it's kind of hard to, like, I was a Mech Warrior fan, so I thought, you know, but good game for its time, definitely, but an all favorite, Mortal Kombat 2. Really well done on the 32X. Graphics was pretty impressive. Really well done. I have another original cardboard. Motocross Championship. Not going to not put my finger underneath this time. No more slippities. But graphics is decent for its time, definitely. But the game, And of course the game of games for that era that made everybody crazy and they had to have it. I have it on the Sega CD, but I also have the 32X Night Trap. We won't get into that game, but there might be some girls in it. RBI Baseball 95. Very, very good graphics. Very well done. Sports games, I mean, well, let's face it, Sega had that. Sega had that big time. But great, I mean, if you were to take any other system, I don't care, any other system in the time, this game definitely looked the best. And a game that I like, because I'm such a Wing Commander fan, Shadow Squadron. Gives me that whole Wing Commander feel, the graphics are great, and, I mean, the only thing, you have to use a stick. Can't play these type of games with a D-pad. Other than that, great game. Slam City. Basketball game, right? Basketball. For the 32X. Never played it. But another one of those full motion video games. Another great game for the 32X. And that was Star Wars Arcade. Man, is this a great port. I like this game. Again, probably because it was kind of Wing Commander-ish as well. And going to one of my favorite series of all time, Virtua Fighter. Thank God they made it on the 32X, because the Genesis version was terrible. This wasn't a whole lot better, but it was definitely better than the Genesis version. I don't know why Sega thought they could take this game, put it out on the 16-bit hardware. It just didn't work. Virtual Racing, or Virtua Racing, sorry. Very cool for its time. I mean, playing it now, but for its time, this was pretty groundbreaking. It just gave you that whole, you know, Virtua thing. And my last game, which from my early childhood and being a Sega Master System collector, was Zaxxon's Ons Of The Base. Pretty cool remake or reboot of the game. This is a series that needs to be rebooted. this is a sick series. Imagine Zaxxon today. I mean, this was pretty darn cool. And they have the chances, you know, to make an amazing port of this. So, that is my game collection. As easy as people think 36 games for a North American collection is to collect, not for the 32X. There are games priced out there just so high that I don't stand. I mean, they have to fall into my hand. Nope, not falling into my hand. And that would just be like the coolest, but it ain't gonna happen. So, 32X collection, do I want to complete it? Yes. Will I? That's to be seen. We're going to have to see how this all pans out. Maybe a yard sale I might get lucky, but not buying it out there outright I won't. So there you have it, guys. That is my 32X collection. It's not the biggest, but if you look at the grand scheme of things, I have 18 to 36. It's not the smallest. I got some of the good games, but comment below. Tell me what you got. I'd love to hear. If you guys got Spider-Man or something really cool. I know RGT85 has Spider-Man. We made that clear. That's right, I watched that video. So anyway, till next time, please like, subscribe, and please comment. Say hi. I love to chat with you guys. That's one thing that I know I've been trying to do, is make sure that I'm commenting and responding to all your comments or whatever. And please, feel free to do so. Till next time, Last Gamer, Hunter. Still can never get that right. Game over.